Hello, everyone. For my informative speech, I decided to talk about one of my favorite TV series, Dexter. It first appeared on Showtime October 1st, 2006. I have chosen season 1 as it gives the most background information on Dexter. Dexter Morgan is a blood spatter analysis for Miami Metro homicide by day and a psychopathic serial killer by night. There is a catch. He only goes after killers and believes that you should only kill another person if they absolutely deserve it. Some may think that Dexter is a psycho. Others think of him as a vigilante or maybe even a hero. Dexter has a hard time with his feelings, so he hides behind a mask, which can be really heavy for him. He never really can be himself, he lacks emotions, and is socially awkward. And that makes it hard for him to be truly close to anyone. I, to truly know Dexter, let me take you back to a blood soaked shipping container where inside a woman, Laura Moser, was cut into small pieces and left dead for days. An officer, Harry Morgan, was the first to arrive at the bloody scene. He carried out a 2-year-old Dexter, who would later become the adopted child of Harry, his wife Doris, and big brother to their young daughter, Deborah. Harry immediately noticed something was different about Dexter and took a concerned interest in his behaviors. The extra attention created a sibling rivalry among Dexter and Deborah. Therefore, their younger years, especially after their mother died of cancer when she was only 12, Deborah didn't know that her dad was trying to help Dexter, and she didn't know that Harry knew about Dexter either. Harry created something called the Code. It was a way for Dexter to satisfy his needs safely while trying to do some good, or at least he thought. Harry died when the kids were young adults. He was unsure if he helped Dexter or he created a dark passenger to carry with him. I'll talk more about the Code and Dexter's needs later. Now let me take you to a typical day at Miami Metro, where you can find both Dexter and Deborah Morgan following in Harry's footsteps. Season 1, police are trying to track down a serial killer who becomes known as the Ice Truck Killer, who kills, cuts up, and disposes of prostitutes. The police call him this because they believe he commits murders in a stolen ice truck. Dexter is fascinated by the precision of the killer's work and how he doesn't leave any blood behind, not even in the body. In between his weird appreciation for the killer's work and his job, we are introduced to Rita Bennett, a domestic abuse victim with 2 children. Dexter begins to spend more time with Rita in hopes this will bring some normalcy into his life, or at least become kind of a cover. As time goes by, it becomes more and more obvious to Dexter that this killer is leaving him clues, and something is personal. The killer starts recreating images with cut up body parts, which stirs up some memories of Dexter's childhood. A security guard who police thought could have been the ice truck killer is found mutilated but alive by Dexter in a place that seemed familiar. Deborah comes to the hospital to interview the victim and meets his prosthetic doctor, Rudy Cooper. There becomes an attraction between them, things move fast between the couple, and while Deborah takes a break from work to go visit Rudy on a boat and eat, he proposes. While this happens, Dexter connects some dots and figures out Rudy is the killer. In a panic, Dexter tries to call Deborah, who has already found out Rudy's true identity. She has been choked out and tied up. Dexter goes back home to look for clues that could lead him to Deborah. He finds someone left him a new screensaver on his computer, along with the song Born Free. This takes him full circle back to the shipping container, and after locating which shipping container he was found in, he finds nothing. Deborah has been gone for a while, and Dexter and the police start to search Rudy's apartment. They find a custom-made refrigeration unit in his residence and discover that Rudy Cooper is an alias. Dexter indiscreetly looks for clues that may be meant for him. Dexter finds a record player with a doll sitting on it, wearing an apron that reads "Home Sweet Home." Dexter feels like this means he has to find his home, the one before the darkness. After investigating the address, Dexter took one step onto the property and a repressed memory of him playing hide and seek with his mother became clear. His mom asks, "Where's Biney?" Dexter clearly remembers Biney, his big brother. As the memory fades, someone appears on the porch. Dexter says, "Biney." Rudy says, "You never could say Brian." Dexter is concerned with where Deborah is. Brian says, "You won't find her here." He injects Dexter with an animal tranquilizer and ties him up. When Dexter wakes, they have a beer, and Brian says no one wants to keep an older kid who watched his mom die right in front of him. Brian then takes Dexter to Deborah and wants him to kill Deborah, and in doing that, they will both become the same. Dexter says he can't. Deborah doesn't fit the code. They can never be the same. Brian is a senseless killer, and Dexter is looking for justice. Dexter saves Deborah, gets justice against Rudy, while making it look like a suicide. Dexter then goes back to work as a blood spatter expert, continues to date Rita, and kills at night. He follows the code, and I hope you are interested enough to watch the series. It ran for 8 seasons and aired its last episode on September 22nd, 2013. You can watch it on Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, and Hulu with a Showtime subscription. You can judge for yourself whether Harry's Code was a good or bad thing. Thank you.